everyone. Welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has a link to all of my social medias on my YouTube. Please go down there and follow me across my YouTube channels that I have as well. Other content that I post. Please turn on your notifications as well so that you'll be in the know when that content is posted. Also follow me across all my social media pages too. I love interacting with you folks. Talking to you people. You talk to me, I'll talk back, that's how it is. So please go down there and interact with all the other links I have down there as well. My iTunes, my Blog Talk Radio page, all that stuff. I also have a Suji Komen link down there as well. Please donate if you can. If you can't, please share it across your social media to continue to bring awareness to the fight against breast cancer. That's what it's all about. All that money goes directly to the Suji Komen Foundation. So again, please give if you can. If you can't, just share it across your social media. So I also will be live streaming Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be live streaming. We'll be doing a live radio show. We'll be talking about the Jets' upcoming game. So we'll be chopping it up about that and having a great conversation. I want to thank everyone that does call in. You folks are the greatest. I love talking to you folks, exchanging ideas, just talking about this team as Jets fans. It's a painful time right now, but listen, we're going to get through it together. And salute to all the savages in the chat as well. Salute to y'all. I love seeing people interacting and going back and forth with them as well that way. So again, I want to thank everybody, that comes by Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay, we're going to be having a show. So with all that said and done, put to the side, I want to talk to you folks about Trevor Lawrence. Listen, there's a lot going on. There's narratives just flying around, man. They're just flying around, bro. Seriously. There's a lot of people, that are saying things and all kind of stuff is just going on. I've had a lot of people come to me, whether it be in my DMs or my timeline, asking me, hey, listen, are you seeing what we're seeing? How the media is trying to, advocate for Trevor Lawrence, just staying the hell away from the Jets, telling him that he should go back to school or, just trying to find a way to just avoid being, drafted by the New York Jets. And I'm seeing it. I'm definitely seeing it. Roddy White came out and talked about how, hey, if I'm going to advise Trevor Lawrence, I'll tell him, do whatever you can. Go back to school, do anything. If the Jets have the top pick, do not go play for that football team. Stay away from that organization. I look at the situation like this. Let's say that does happen. Not saying that Trevor would do that because we have not heard Trevor Lawrence to this point come out and say that that's what his intentions are at all. A lot of people are saying that he'll, go to whatever team. But let's say that he does do that. I'll play this game with y'all, right? Because there's a lot of people that are scared. I'm not scared about that situation at all. That scenario of Trevor Lawrence coming out and telling the New York Jets that he does not want to play for them that scenario doesn't scare me at all. It actually excites me and it intrigues me, and let me tell you why. If I'm the general manager of the New York Jets and I have a talk with Trevor Lawrence, right? And he comes to me and he says, hey, listen, I respect you. I respect what you folks do, but you're not the franchise that I want to play for. Please do not draft me. I will never play for you. You know what I tell him? I tell him, no issues. I have no problem with that. I just want you to keep it quiet, right? Here's why I tell him to keep it quiet. As long as he obliges by that, is because I can take that pick. I can take that ticket, right? That ticket that would give a team the opportunity to take him in the draft. And I can turn that into 2 or 3 first-round picks, a couple second-round picks, some third-round picks, some fourth-round picks. I can turn that into future capital that would help me build this team and completely change the trajectory of the New York Jets probably in a year or 2 years. Literally. I could literally do that. Because it's not like we'll fall off of a cliff at quarterback. We have a quarterback. His name is Sam Darnold. I don't know if some of y'all remember him. I don't know if, he played in a movie called The New York Jets' Current Starting Quarterback, with Adam Gase. It was a horror. It was a horror. I mean, he was the guy, the great guy in the movie. He was the hero, but then he had this monster, Adam Gase, that was trying to kill him. It was insane. It was, it's a good movie. But you look at the situation. We got Sam Darnold here. And I remember when he came out in the draft, he was the Trevor Lawrence of his draft. He was the guy that would change your franchise around. He was the guy that was going to turn everything that you had going that was down. He'd turn it up, and you're going to the top, right, with him. That's what analysts said about him, all the scouting reports, all that stuff. And we saw flashes, but you know what has hindered him? The franchise has hindered him. We've done everything that we can to ruin this kid, and it's been a ridiculous watch. I'm talking about we've done some stupid stuff, some really dumb stuff, from the days of Mike McCagnon, who couldn't draft his way out of a wet paper bag, to, you know, what we've done now, where we sat on him with Adam Gase. It's completely ridiculous. We have given the kid no protection, no weapons, and we sat on him with the worst coach in the league. That's unreal. That's completely ridiculous. That's atrocious. So let me tell you something. If I can take that pick of Trevor Lawrence and turn it into all that capital, I'm taking it. I'm taking it, dog. I'm taking it, and I'm more than happy to take it. Because generally, right? Because we're going into another rebuild. I don't know if, you know, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Like, he's starting to get rid of players and all this other stuff. So we're going to try to do whatever we can, you know, going forward. Because honestly, the rebuild that we were in wasn't done correctly. So it's like we never came out of rebuild. We've been in a rebuild for almost, 6 years, you would say, right? It's about 6 years now. Well, guess what? We've been in a rebuild for 6 years. We start the rebuild now because Joe Douglas is here now. It usually takes about 3 years, you know, for a rebuild to kind of start turning, where you start to see the fruits bear from that rebuild and your team gets better. So if you add 3 years onto the 6 years that we're already in, right, that's 9 years. That's a 9-year rebuild. And that's if you get like all the draft picks correct and everything goes correctly. Generally, outside of 3 years, usually takes about 4, almost 5 years to really start to turn the team around, where you really start to see wins. That's where you start to see, you see your team significantly improve. So that actually could end up being a 10-year rebuild if you add 4 to 6. So here's the deal. With more draft picks, more chances, and again, those picks don't have to just be spent on players in the draft. You can trade those picks for players that are already currently in the NFL that you want to target to make your team better. We talked about Allen Robinson, OBJ, all these guys that were up for the trade deadline that a lot of you know, teams were looking to move on from for various reasons, you know, and we can end up getting a couple of those guys in here. So that would completely shorten your rebuild time because you'd be better so much faster. Right? I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take that leap. I'm willing to take those picks. I'm willing to take that capital and make this team better for the future, especially with all the cap that we have coming up as well. Now, I'm not saying that we should use all those picks to just trade for all these NFL players that are currently here. And, you know, I'm not saying that. But I am saying that we could use 1 or 2 picks and make some moves for some guys at key spots, pass rusher, something like that, that could really help us impact this football team positively. And we would get better so much faster because, again, we're not going to fall off of a cliff at quarterback. We got Sam Darnold. He's good. We're just not helping him. We're not putting him in a position to be successful. And that's ridiculous. And I understand that a lot of people would scream for Trevor and they want Trevor. Again, I was contacted by people that are scared because they're like, we want Trevor. Listen, I get it. But Trevor Lawrence by himself is not going to help this football team. We're already seeing it. We're seeing talent. What happens when you put talent like, you know, top QB talent, which we believe Sam Darnold is, we see what happens when you put that and you surround it. We've surrounded him with here. Nothing. You're going to have his growth and everything else be stunted. We've got to put Sam in the right position. And I truly believe that with this trade, if we make it right and we get the right capital back, that can really, truly turn our franchise around for the better. So I want to get you folks' thoughts on this. I know a lot of people are concerned. I'm not as concerned. If we trade that pick, I'm ready to go. You know, that's been my take for quite a bit. I'm really ready to go, really ready to trade this pick and completely transform this football team and build around Sam Darnold the right way. So I want you folks, comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. What are your thoughts about trading the top pick if we get it and moving on with Sam and continuing to build around? What are your thoughts about, you know, the possibility of just taking Trevor? I know some people out there just want to take Trevor, you know. So let me know how you folks feel about it. Again, please comment down below. Can't wait to go back and forth with you people. So you folks have a good one. Peace.